Hey, my name's Sarah and welcome back to my channel. This week we have another What's for Dinner and I have a couple interesting recipes for you. So this night I made buffalo chicken meal prep bowls and I just added two chicken breasts with some butter and some buffalo sauce and some ranch seasoning into a crock pot, and these chicken breasts were frozen, so I put it on high for 4 to 6 hours and they come out perfectly. This is an amazing recipe for buffalo chicken and you can do so many things with it. So then I took this riced cauliflower, this is frozen, and I added it to a pan with some olive oil and just let that cook up. It doesn't take long at all. And then I cut up some cucumbers and some tomatoes. So in the pan with the cauliflower rice, I then seasoned it with some salt and pepper, and I think I put Lowry's in here. Yeah, I did. So I put Lowry's in here with the seasoning, and this was so good, and it cooked up really nicely. And then I just scooped it into a bowl with all the rest of the ingredients. Super good way to get your veggies in, your protein, and it's so delicious. I also made a sauce with some plain Greek yogurt and the ranch seasoning. So then I mixed this all together in this bowl, but I also had 2 meal preps left over for lunches the next couple days. I don't want to tell this story, but I feel like I have to because I left the meal prep bowls out on the counter to cool down before I put them in the fridge. And then the next day while I was eating them, I found a live fly in it while I was halfway through and I had to throw it out. So it was really good, but that unfortunate circumstance happened, but I still recommend trying them. So then I made breakfast for dinner this night. I had some little sausages. I put some mushrooms and tomatoes in a pan, added some egg whites, and then I toasted up an English muffin and I just put that on top with some salsa. My husband had a cheese and egg sandwich on just plain bread, but this is the little dinner that I made and it was really good and super high protein. So I love a good breakfast for dinner. And this was barbecue night, so I peeled and chopped some sweet potatoes, added them to some tin foil with some olive oil, salt, pepper, and Lowry's. And then if you've been around a while, you might notice that I like sweet potatoes and my husband likes normal potatoes. So I just chopped him up some of them that we had left over in the cupboard and then did the same package for him. I had these frozen pepper and onion blend that I just did the same thing with that too and just threw it on the barbecue. This was a super easy way to barbecue some vegetables. So I got these beef medallions at the grocery store and these were amazing. The flavor of them is so good. It's beef flavored with bacon wrapped around it, and then I barbecued these outside. Then I put the beef medallions on a plate with the vegetables and the potatoes. This dinner was amazing. This night we had this breakfast taco hash, so I browned up some ground beef, ground turkey, added in some taco seasoning, and then this 3-pepper and onion blend. And then I just mixed that all together, let it all cook up. Then I had leftover sweet potatoes from the night before, so I added them in there as well. And broke, I think, 6 eggs into there, and then let that cook up and scramble around the meat. This was such a high protein meal, and you could add this to a wrap. You could make some rice with it if you wanted to, but I just ate it like this with a little bit of cheese, and it was so good and such a good use of the random ingredients we had. This night we had these chicken breasts, and I put them in the Instant Pot with some seasoning and some beef broth in there and let them cook up. Put them on for 16 minutes, and then I just let them fully release because I wanted them to be shreddable, and I added some buffalo sauce on top of there. Then I took it out and I shredded it up. I added it all into this pan, but you can put it in a bowl and mix it around first. It probably would have been a little bit easier, but I didn't feel like washing a bowl. So then I just added in a bunch of Greek yogurt. I will link the recipe down below. I don't even know what it called for. I just measured with my heart, but I added that in as the sauce, and then as well as some buffalo sauce from Frank's, and then mixed that together. And this pasta was to die for. It was so good, and the Greek yogurt just adds some protein and makes it a little bit healthier than using sour cream, but you could also use sour cream. I also added in the ranch seasoning that I love, and this was basically like a buffalo chicken dip pasta. Oh gosh, it was so good, and the leftovers the next day were even better. So I just mixed that all together, and at this time I was also cooking up some pasta. You can use whatever kind of noodles you prefer. Add in the cheese into it, and then I added some more on top as well. I also added in some of the leftovers from the Instant Pot just to add in some of that beef broth back, just to give a little bit of flavor, and I did add some salt and pepper. Then I just put some cheese on top, and I put in the oven at 425. I think it was in there for around 20 minutes because I was waiting for my husband to get home. But yeah, this you need to try. This was so good. I just paired it with a salad, some tomatoes on there, and some Asian sesame dressing, and then this on the side, and it was amazing.